like to touch base on quite a few things. Let's get y'all in this bitch closer. Hey, look at that bitch. A bit. Sorry, not a bitch, but a bit. One of the things I want to talk about is freaking. Let's see, where do I begin? The struggles in my life that have got me to where I am now. I think have to do with a lot of different little things. But some were from peer pressure, some were from freaking just out of curiosity and me wanting to do it, and just me self-exploring. I've always been that kind of person. I'm also very highly intuitive, and I have levels of psychic abilities. Nobody believes me, and then whenever I do prove it to them, they still just look at me like I'm crazy. So I'm also over that, okay? But when you sit here like I had to the other day and hear all this stuff about how we're best friends, because me and Touch are best friends. I love him to death. I really, really love him to death. He's like my brother, my best friend, everything, right? You tell me that no matter what, because the basement we share, then his parents have the whole upstairs. They have their one bedroom, and then there's 4 more bedrooms upstairs, not counting ours down here. It's a whole room, okay? And the only people that live in the house is his parents and us. And I feel like it's a little fucked up for him to tell me I can stay, and then even go so far as to tell me later on in our relationship that I can stay, and even if we break up, he'll move upstairs so it's not so awkward until I can get out, blah, blah, blah. He just wants me to have my own safe place, which, that's awesome. I really need people to understand that it's harder for me to grow and progress like other people, but if you give me my freedom and my ability to do so, understand that I appreciate you, and even though sometimes throughout the process, it may not seem that way, but whenever I'm able to generally bless all of the people that have supported me through my weirdness and how difficult it is to live with me and all that, then I got y'all. Each and every single one of y'all. Even some of y'all that I have just recently cut off because you just said some stupid ass shit. I really can't stand it. And you know what the problem is? And I hate to say this because there was a video that I just watched earlier that is going to do with what I just talked about. I know what the problem is with some of these people. Now, Barbarici, I respect the fact that you don't Weedy B, because he's different, the generation with that and everything. You got to handle them differently. However, I've had 4 kids. And I've had a 5-year-old boy, and I've had a 11-year-old daughter live in the house at the same time. And I had a teenage daughter living in the house at the same time for a very smart time. She's a teenager right before she moved out. And I'll tell you, I spanked them. Like, if they did something crazy, I'll bust their ass with my hand. I'm not going to lie. I don't care. Yes, DSS has been called on me numerous times. I told them the same thing I'm telling y'all. I don't need y'all to be my fucking parent police. That's the problem with society today, is that there's a difference between abuse and disciplining your kids. And whipping your kids is not necessarily abuse, because there's a line that needs to be drawn when you're whipping your kids and what you're whipping your kids with. But when people don't want to talk about this and just automatically get into that mob mentality and tell you that you're abusive because you got whooped, that's fucking wrong. My dad's not an abusive person, neither was my mom. My mom never really whooped me. My dad whooped me a little when I was little. I was a smart-ass little shit, But guess what? I learned there's a time to be a smart-ass, and that's okay. But back-talking your parents and be a smart-ass, that's just not going to fly with them. This is, even with freedom of speech. You have freedom of speech, but people like to take it and run with it, manipulate it, and take it out of the context in which it was meant to be used, okay? So even people that are liars, they have that freedom of speech to lie, but it's up to you as a person to differentiate between the two. The misinformation agent or the person that's telling you factual truth. It is what it is. That's the reason why, at some point, if you guys want to just ask me anything you want to ask me, anything at all, leave it in the comments, and then I'll do a video later on where I just answer all these comments that you guys have sent into me openly, honestly. And I'll even have people verify it for me that can tell you, hey, yeah, and documents, all that shit. I have nothing to hide because all I want to do is tell people the truth, because there's no point in lying. We're all adults here. There's not. Okay? There's just fucking not. Get over the fear of what reaction may come of what you are about to say. It has to do with my view on civil rights and other people's view on civil rights and stuff like that. So I am in a situation where it's only going to get kind of more bizarre from here on out. But apparently that's what I was born to do. That's what I'm here on this planet Earth for. Because things have got to change. They've got to change. They've got to change. They've got to change. You know what I mean? But like, I don't know about y'all, but that sounds like water is pouring in my gutter from the rain. I'm gonna pause this and grab my coffee and come back. We're gonna talk about some more stuff, okay? I have to get coffee. So now I'm definitely probably gonna be out of coffee tomorrow, so I'm not gonna be a fucking happy camper. I know that fucking much. I can't wait though, because I know me. I know me. People have been trying to dim my light since the day I was born. I know why I'm here. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm getting there. Maybe baby steps. I'm getting there, but I gotta weed out a lot of fucking bullshit and a lot of goddamn haters before I can come up. This is just the start. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the start. Oh my gosh, speaking of my friend Jazz, just a girl, the other night that I was telling you guys about, from Montana, we were talking about birthdays and astrological signs. Oh, it's another beautiful synchronicity. She has the same birthday as my daughter. How cool is that? I love it. I love it. Oh, and her middle name is Renee, and she spells it with 2 E's with the thing over it. Because we're boss bitches. So there's that. So, I've been thinking about starting a book. Reading to you guys because it's a really good book. I have actually never read it. Yeah, I know you guys are going to be shocked when you find out the title. You're like, why? You never read that book? But I know it's going to be good. Okay. Also, I do not wall, and you still love me. And I thought I was a weird kid. They ain't getting any less weirder these days, y'all. Let me tell you that. Let me tell you that. Just let me tell you that. That's how I know I'm getting old too, because I'm like, these kids have me fucked up. They will. They'll have me all the way fucked up. So, I just wanted to touch base with y'all for a minute. I know it's been a little bit of a long one, because I'm still working on the Scott Wolter thing, but being an empath, when things come up during the day right in the middle of your creativity thing that like throw a wrench in that, I will stop doing what I'm doing with my art. I will go back to bed. I will do everything I can to try to like get all that negative bullshit out. Like, it's just too much. It's just too much. It really is. And it's like, nah. I've tried. I've tried so hard, like, I can't even begin to explain to y'all how hard I've tried to get along.
Oh, I failed.
Yeah, I just need to think about it and apologise and said what I was saying. I'm not trained in interviews, it's a skill, it's a because Zachariah is here, he's interviewed me for his channel. If you're interested in tarot cards, I know YouTube wrote you're interested in tarot. I did a video that took an hour and a half or 2 hours on Zachariah Hughes' YouTube channel, just talking about, we went through the whole of the major
what it is. The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window, or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. What truth? That you are a slave.
highly deadly virus that we have no vaccine, antivirals, or effective treatment for, and it risks collapsing the health system itself. Then if viruses
to know what it is. The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window, or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church,